Hi, my name is Lizelle. Welcome to my channel. I know it's been a minute. I've been pretty busy the past 2 weeks. I was job searching and I found a new job. I have another get ready with me slash vlog. I'm going to make another video after this about music because I love music. I love talking about music. Of course, I don't think of myself as like a music snob or whatever. Like, I just genuinely enjoy sharing music, exploring music. That's how I meet a lot of people. That's how I connect with people, is through music. Let's get started with this. So this is my concealer situation right now. I took the sponge off because it was getting like really gross. um, I have like not thick eyelashes, but you know, they're pretty long and sometimes they bunch up weird, so I tend to get like mascara or eyeliner residue still left over. So I think what happened was like my eyeliner and mascara stuff probably like got on the sponge. I like my new job a lot better because there's more freedom, creative freedom. Owned it's not owned by a big company or anything like that like my last job was. I shouldn't get in trouble for talking about my experience with working with a company because it just kind of sounds ridiculous. It's not very often like workers get a voice when it comes to companies and industries and stuff. And one of the things that I noticed about like YouTube and some of the more, I guess, for instance, the makeup community, there's no room for like being shady. Like if you have a bad product, like I know that people were talking a lot about the Anastasia subculture palette like the past week or two. I was thinking about getting it, but now I don't want to get it anymore. It's not like I can afford to anyways. I'm like hell broke. I like burned through my severance pay. I basically took like a month off, just didn't do anything, and just like the last 2.5 weeks I've been really pushing it. So right now I'm just like brightening up my face with this concealer. Still using Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I don't like this applicator at all. I fucking hate it. It's like, it's cool, but it's just unnecessary, you know? Give me something with just in a lip gloss tube with an applicator and I'm good. I've been pretty curious about the ColourPop concealers too because they're only $6. But I'll wait until like I have more money. Right now, I have no money. People always wonder if this is like my natural hair, and it is my natural hair. My hair is naturally curly. It's naturally brown. It's not, I mean, like, I think on camera it looks black. But if you see me in real life, it's brown. It's just a dark brownish reddish hair. I like it. I mean, I used to hate my hair for the longest time, and I just started to appreciate it more when, like, you know, people started embracing like natural curly hair. I'm gonna bronze up my face now. Yeah, like, I think some people be trying to say that like I curl my hair every day. Like, why? Does it look like I have time to do something like that? If you really wanted to test if my curly hair is real or not, you could be a jerk and dump a bunch of water on my head and you'll see that my hair is still curly. Not like that hasn't happened before. I think I just had like a bad childhood. Whatever. I got teased a lot for my hair, and it's just like crazy that now, as an adult, like, people think like, I curl my hair every day. It's just, like, such bullshit, you know? Like, I got teased for having curly hair. Now people are trying to say, like, I curl my hair. What the hell? No. No, it's just how people are. They're just terrible. People are just terrible. I just finished this cider. This is one of my favorite ciders. It's from Samuel Smith. It's an organic cider. It's not too sweet. It's dry. It's just right. You could get it at $3.99 at Whole Foods. If you ever had the, what's it called? Golden Gate cider with the cute little otter on it, and it has like a white label on it, and it's usually in a tall can. That cider is like way too sweet for me, but this cider is just right. My Batman water bottle. I used to work at this bar. I was bar backing, not bar backing even. I was floating. I was working at Coin Op. The guy who was running the cocktail program there, like, hired me on. And that, working there was such a fucking nightmare. Oh my god. Maybe not a nightmare. It was a nightmare because it was awkward for me. Like, my boss was a total jerk to me, and I thought he was like my friend, but he totally wasn't. Like, he tried calling me a liar, like saying I lied to him. About what? What did I lie to him about? Like, I didn't lie about anything to him. I mean, I told him my experience, and I told him I was like a barista, like I made coffee and stuff, and I've bar backed before at like other bars. Like, I bar backed for Dogwood and Darling's Elixir. It's kind of like the same you know, company. I've also, like, you know, done serving. You know, I make cocktails at home. I'm a total, well, I can't say total alcoholic now because I've been staying in. But I still remember all the spirits and stuff, you know? Like, I have good taste. And people are always surprised when, you know, I show them that. I was also going through a really hard time too when the first week of like training and stuff, I had found out that my friend passed away in the Oakland warehouse fire that was like all over the news. Like, it was so tragic. It was really sad. My buddy who I was like chatting with, like every day was like died, and you know, I saw pictures of his car on Facebook, and it was really sad. Me and him weren't super close. Like, we dated for a little bit, and then like we were chatting, and we were like going to, you know, like maybe give it a try. Like, I don't know, we were just kind of feeling it out, or at least, I mean, I was. And then I noticed that there was a party I was like kind of interested in going to, and it was at that warehouse. And like, I later found out that he was going to that party too, and I thought a bunch of people went, and I even hit up another buddy like, hey, are you okay? Because, like, you know, I didn't hear from him, and yeah, it was such a bad time. And so I felt like I couldn't like step up and perform. But, you know, and then when I told my coworkers about it, you know, my new coworkers about it, they were like, "Oh, really?" Like as if I was lying. I was like, "What? What do you mean?" It was just such an awkward place. And I'm glad I don't work there anymore. It was terrible. Um, like when my friend hired me, he like hyped me up on like training me and to be like a legit bartender, but it was all lies. Fucking calling me a liar, you're a fucking liar. I'm going to do a makeup look that I would do at work or for work. I think after that whole thing, it totally killed my desire to want to bartend. And then after that, I was seeing a bartender for a few years, like, and it was low key because he got someone pregnant and he was like trying to uh, keep things cool with his baby mama because she was always threatening to, you know, take his kids away if he started to date somebody else. But now I'm like, oh, maybe he's just lying to me and that's not really the case because I mean, I don't know. I don't have kids and I don't get involved with parents. Like to be quite honest, like a lot of people I grew up with had kids very early or got married early because that was just the dynamic of the place of my hometown. Like that's just what people my age did. Of course, like in bigger cities like Oakland and not Lemoore, like, you know, people aren't doing that. Like I dated a baby daddy or a teenage father when I was like in high school and stuff, and it was such a waste of time. And I knew that, and that's why I didn't date like people who had kids forever. But you know what? Like I was really into him, and for some reason I made an exception. And you know, I kept doing the thing. I kept banging him and stuff, even though it wasn't leading to like, or it wasn't really leading to anything. I didn't even know like how to take it. Like it was just too much. Like what do you want? No, like how long do you want me to wait until? And why is she telling, you know, throwing all the rules? Like what about me? You know, like I can't be always doing that. Gotta move on. When I saw the reviews for the Anastasia Beverly Hills subculture palette, I was looking at it and it reminds me a lot of like Jeffree Star's and Lime Crime's palette. Cause like look, aren't these like kind of on it too? I know it's kind of hard to see. Like the mustard, this orange color, this one, fly kind of reminds me of that. I forgot. I mean, look at this collection though. Like, doesn't this kind of remind you of modern Renaissance? And then this would be like the subculture palette, or am I like hell tripping? The last place I worked at was they have a fast casual restaurant in basically all the buildings, all the like business buildings I worked at was in the same building as JP Morgan, and I quit working there because they didn't allow their workers to accept tips. And I thought that was bullshit because like everything we did like involved tips in some way. Like I was the barista there, and I was also doing catering orders and deliveries, but like we couldn't accept tips, and that kind of affects service a little bit. Not to be shady or anything, but it's like, you do what you can, and there's also a point where it's like, okay, this is like kind of too much. Like there's a reason why people get tips, you know. And there's a reason why people should get tips. Like I tip freely. Like I don't mind tipping at all, cuz like if somebody does a good job, like I give them a tip. And plus I work in the service industry, and I know what it's like to like bust your ass for someone. Like I personally wouldn't work that hard if I knew that someone wasn't going to tip me. Like let's say there's someone who comes in every day and like they never tip, and you know like you don't have to give them your 100% best service. You can just give them the bare minimum, since they're they're paying you the bare minimum. That's how I kind of see it. Like when it comes to that type of stuff, I want it to be balanced. I mean, I'm on both sides. Like I I'm tipping, and I'm also working. Oh, sorry. Everybody is so different when it comes to tips, and even when people look at money and stuff. Like I haven't been working in the service industry where people are tipping for very long. Like I usually work in places where people don't tip, and that's usually corporate environments. Kind of like Starbucks and stuff. Like they don't really. I mean, like, wait, do they accept tips? Yeah, they accept tips, but it's not like like a bougie cafe where people are tipping at least $1 for coffee and stuff, or at least tipping out their change. I feel like the people who do tip more should get better service, because that's what they're paying for. And for you as a server, it would just be kind of silly for you not to do that. And I also totally agree with that whole like refusing to serve someone, because sometimes like people just want to take advantage of you, and you don't have to put up with that. There's a lot of shady people in the world. Gotta look out for yourself. The place I work at isn't even a cafe. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what it would be called, but a lot of people say that they have coffee stands like the one I work at everywhere in Rome, and like it's kind of neat because like I've had people could walk up with their dogs, and like some even have like a cigarette. I know some of my coworkers don't like it when people smoke around them, because the smoke gets inside, goes in through the window, and people order through a window. And it's really quack. It's really fast, quick service, and it's nice. And I get to play whatever music I want and dress however I want, and it's so chill. I like it a lot. Oh, and it's in Oakland, and it's not too far from my house, so I don't even have to commute. All I do is just bike over there. I'm like, living it. Can I just stay here for a minute? I'm gonna stay there for a minute. My boss likes me, and he gives me freedom to kind of do whatever I want. Sometimes we have different ways of like making stuff, but at the end of the day, he just kind of lets me do my thing. And he comes, helps out every once in a while, checks in, makes sure like everything's okay. Like he's super cool. I like him a lot. He's rad. Huh. I always get like mascara on the bottom of my lashes. I want to get like another mascara, but I don't have the money right now. Okay, I'm gonna add some powder. I have a new product. Been using the number 7 pressed Perfect Light pressed powder in medium. This looks too light. Like, but there's a tint of color to it. I feel like it's better than my NYX one because that was 100% silica. And even though I don't take a lot of like flash selfies and I'm not a selfie queen, I should take more selfies, but I like this powder. It's okay. I think it's better than the NYX one because there's some color to it. I got the medium one and it's still a little light, but it's fine. It was like the darkest shade that they had. I think it's fine if it's a little light. Like I'm only using it to set my concealer. If anyone knows how to curl their hair like this, why you would want to do that, I don't know. Because this is kind of annoying. What do I do with it? Do I just leave it there? See, now I'm messing with it too much and I'm thinking about it too much. Okay. Whew. Alright. Moving on. The cafe I work at now is called 1888 Coffee Co. It's on Grand Avenue. You should come say hi. Or don't. We'll still be there. I'm slowly going to teach all the new kids on how to make latte art. I know it's going to take a while before they can do it. It's one of those things that requires practice. You're not going to do it overnight unless you have me training you. Then you could probably do it the same day, which some people actually have. I think I'm going to use this lip gloss. It's copper. It's from Iman. Iman? I almost want to say Iman. It's probably wrong. It's a luxury shimmer lip gloss in Decadent. It's a copper brown shade. Try to swatch it for you. My lips are pretty chapped too, so it's hiding it pretty well. So this is the finished look. I hope you like it. If not, send me a mean comment. You know, I love reading those. Just kidding. I mean, I don't really have much of a following right now, and I don't care what you say. Just don't, like, follow me home and scare me, because that would be fucking annoying. Oh, another thing that people ask me a lot is how I get my teeth white. And all it is just 3D Crest toothpaste and the Listerine Perfect White mouthwash. That's all I use for my teeth whitening. And it's okay, right? Thanks for hanging out and, you know, chilling and stuff. Feel free to meet me at 1888 Coffee. I'll be there the next 5 days. I think I have a pretty solid schedule going now, so hopefully you'll see more videos. So till next time, bye.